Yeah, it works like a charm. Zeppy throwing. Welcome back to an episode of the Retro Review. Today, featuring a whole bunch of Frisbees, specifically Discraft. We got 7 discs with us today. We're out here at Fort Steilacoom Northwest Wooded Track. We're gonna be playing 18 holes with these bad girls. I've had a bunch of these discs for a little while, wanting to make videos on them, and I figured what better way than to throw them all in a little old school bag. We got a beauty of an old school Surge here. This thing is pretty much brand new. I've thrown it like 3 times. We got an old Cyclone. This thing I've actually bagged a little bit here and there. We got the Super Straight Modified Wasp, the Buzz, the first run Buzz. Kind of ugly, but I'm sure it flies great. Dion Arlen, he gave me one of his Zeppelins after absolutely lacing lines with them. The thing that's cool about this, it's another forgotten Discraft 1-speed, but it's an interesting one because it's shaped almost exactly like maybe a Roach or a Luna. It's just very large diameter. I've thrown it around in the park a little bit recently, and it is so straight. It's so fun. We got an old beat up ESP Pulse. If you know me, if you know the Frisbee Club lore, you know the Pulse goes way back. And we snagged this one from Ricky Wysocki's store this winter. Actually, have yet to throw it. We got a Wildcat. I'll be honest, don't know what that does. And then last but not least, the putter of choice today, the Soft APX. Should be fun. We got a beautiful day. Let's get right into it.
There's 3 keys to disc golf: driving, approaching, and putting. You need all 3 to do this disc sport.
Why not start things out with the Zeppelin? Beautiful slow turn. Oh, a little too much turn. So I wouldn't really call myself a collector. I'm more of a appreciator of the old school discs that I grew up throwing. And when I get something nice, I like to throw it. But I got all these Frisbees and I feel like I've been sitting on them for a while, and I'm so excited to finally get out here today and test them out for another episode of the Retro Review. This is one of my favorite series. I needed a putter for this video today, and I found this in the shop here for $4, and we added it to the bag. I don't know about the softness. No excuses though, we're gonna ching some putts. Hole number 2, 284. I love this hole. It's just dead straight, little left to right maybe. We'll go with the Buzz. Yeah, it works like a charm. Comment down below, let me know your favorite out of production or old school Discraft disc that's maybe really hard to find. Let me know, because Discraft, I feel like their old stuff is a little less thrown than, like, say, the old Innova stuff. I feel like the older Innova stuff was, I guess when we're talking disc technology, a little bit ahead of Discraft, whereas Discraft had a lot of those like beaded drivers, kind of like the Cyclone, like a little more of that stuff that we just know now maybe isn't quite like the highest tech, but it's still probably pretty damn good. I thought I parked this, not gonna lie guys. We left it a little bit short. You know, I can tell today we're gonna have to find the pop on this. It's so soft, I just do not feel like I'm getting a clean release with it. Like, I don't trust the spin, but we'll dial it in. Hole number 3, 348. This is a good shot. It's just a pure little fairway shot, but there's some logs up by the pin that you kind of need to get over in order to park it. We're gonna go Cyclone. Dang, circle 2. That thing's flippier than I remember. All right, Soft APX. Am I remembering right? But doesn't Chris Dickerson have like a run of these recently, like in the last year? For some, I don't know why he would, like, maybe I'm totally lying right now. Stay up. Nothing. We gotta get on the board. Not the hottest start. Hole number 4, 285. This is like a low ceiling forehand or a big high flex stall. I think the pulse should play. Usually this disc is pretty stable, but let me show you a close up. Hopefully you can see like how worn away and worn down the rim of this is. So the stability, we'll see. Why is it still so beefy? Oh my God. Sit. I thought that would flip. Looks like we got another tricky little C2 bid here. You know, kind of just had to put it up into those branches and see what happened. So I can tell what I'm gonna have to do with this thing is really focus on pushing with my palm and really taking the fingers out of it, because the softness of it with the fingers doesn't mix. I just noticed this is a 167 gram Wildcat as well. Yeah, it says overstable extra long driver. I don't know if I believe it based on the look of this kind of wing. I don't know, the bottom looks beefy and the top looks understable. So we'll see. Oh, that is so flippy. Good tree kit. That thing has no beef. I barely threw that just trying to spike a hyzer and it flipped up so straight. Little cyclone, straight, a little bit of turn at the end. Oh no, that is not good. Dang it. So unfortunately we don't have like a forehand approach disc today. I was gonna bring like one of my old school zones, but I figured we'd keep it old school and not have that shot. Force ourselves to get touchy. Zeppelin. You're telling me that's not gonna flip? Bro. We gotta save ourselves a par here. So far we're not off to a hot start with these old school Discraft frisbees. Oh man. Okay, we gotta putt straight through. Come on, brother. You guys probably can't tell, but I went right through here. A little momentum. Gonna freaking lace this next hole, get a birdie. We'll be rolling. Hole number 6. I think this is in the long pin, 312. Just a beautiful buzz shot. Yeah, that'll play. Thank you. They call that the old playthrough lace job on maybe one of the harder holes on the course. Sitting at 5 feet here with the old first run buzz. Can't complain. Look at that thing. Back-to-back park jobs with this buzz. Honestly, I might throw this one if it wasn't this color. Maybe I should get it dyed, like blue or something. We gotta find out if this is in the long or the short. I think it's in the long. Yeah, in the long. So this hole's a tricky one. You want it to kind of be like a slight left to right flexor out of the hand, and then it's gotta get back left at the end. I think the only disc really is the surge. That is, oh, that is so not stable at all. Zeppelin, hyzer. Come on. Bro. Also, I think I just double bogeyed. Putting for 4. No, that was putting for 3. Nope, single bogey. We're good. Dial it back in. Hole 9. Little shorty up onto the hill there. Buzz should play great. As long as that's not short. Oh, it's parked. We're good. I feel like a lot of times I'll play through people when I'm filming. I'll lace the line of the hole where where they're watching, you know, which is like nerve-wracking. But then I'll get to the next hole and I'll try and play it really fast so that I kind of get like 2 holes ahead of them spaced out. And then I'll play that next one really bad because I'm rushing. And then you know what I mean? It's just never a good recipe. You gotta like realize once you're ahead of them, there's a reason you caught them. You're playing faster. Just chill out. Every time I've thrown this buzz so far, it's resulted in a really nice shot. Really wish I had a stiff putter today. If you've been playing disc golf long enough, you probably remember the days where the soft magnet was like the choice of so many disc golfers. And I feel like that era has just come and gone. Like nobody's putting that super soft stuff anymore. Everyone's picking, you know, borderline just like the stiff stuff really. And it's interesting because I just remember growing up, 8 out of 10 people putted soft magnets. I gotta prove myself as a cyclone thrower here. Hole number 10, 332. Just a nice slight late drift at the end. Pretty much just straight though. Come on, get to that base. Now slide past. Okay, so that tree, you're like a circle's edge putt. There it is. Basically just trust the hand. Don't even use the fingers to spin, just push it forward. It's so straight and floaty. Cyclone is sick. I know Brian Earhart had a run of these like last year through Ledgestone. Super good disc. Hole 11, 290 feet. It's a perfect Zeppy hole. Basket's straight down there. I mean, you just got this tunnel with an absolute gully between you and the basket. Yeah, ace run. Oh, too low, wow. Oh, didn't quite pop it. Nope. You know, I hate not giving this one a good ace run. Just feels like a failure. Hole number 12, pretty much the worst hole on the course. Everyone agrees. Something about a property line. I can't put the tee pad over here. Forehand turnover into the trees. Hope you sit on the hillside and pitch up for your par. That should work. That was dead center, guys. Don't you worry. Hole 13, 218 feet. I like just ripping the dead straight backhand at it. Little Zeppy. It ain't pretty, but it's 4 feet from the basket. Look how much bigger that thing is. Wild. Hole number 14, maybe my favorite hole out here. I think it's probably in the 318 pin, which is, I mean, you pretty much just throw dead straight and you need a little bit of drift to the right. It's kind of downhill, so you can kind of check up good. Yeah, it's just a beauty. We're actually gonna go Zeppelin because there's quite a bit of space up top to work with here and just kind of get it to hold relatively straight. Oh yeah. No! No, it turned too quick. floaty, floaty frisbee. Dang. Thanks, guys.
Yep, man. Have a good game.
I threw the surge on a lot of hyzer because I thought it would flip up a ton. It didn't at all. So that sucks. And this is one of the best holes for that distance driver shot. We got a couple more though coming down the stretch. Not really a bad shot, just not really what you're looking for. We're gonna go a little Annie up through the top here with the Zep. Do it. Oh, a little short, but beautiful line. So the Surge is an interesting disc because nowadays I feel like 11 speeds get a lot of respect. You know, everyone says if you're a lower arm speed, throw 11 speeds. Pros use 11 speeds for more accurate distance shots. The Wraith, one of the most popular discs of all time. Tons of good ones. And I feel like the Surge, other than Chandler Fry, really like never made a name for itself. Back in the day, Nate Doss, you know, but I feel like it's kind of that disc that's like forgotten, even though I feel like it's just as good. I don't know. God, I hate how soft this putter is. Back when I was a kid, me and all my friends threw the Flex ESP Surges. We loved them. We thought they were great. Haven't thrown them really forever. You know, for like probably over 10, maybe like 10 years. And I just feel like, you know, there's nobody that's like relying on a Surge, even though it seems to be that slot. It's like Discraft kind of just forgot about it. They made the drive. I got the Scorch. You know, they're kind of coming out with some solid 11 speeds. But the Surge, I don't know. Maybe it's not as good as I think. You know, maybe there is something about it. It doesn't glide as far. It doesn't. Something's missing. Who knows? Because, like I said, I haven't thrown them a ton. But I don't know. It's just it's weird because it's a cool disc. Hole 16, either 355 or 406. I think it's in the 406 pin position. Yeah. You got the left gap, right gap. Unfortunately, it's kind of downhill, so it's not the best view. But I don't know. We'll just try the Surge, I guess. Gonna just hit it flat and see what it does. Oh. Yeah. The Surge almost snuck through here. No. I feel like I could never really find a groove with this thing. Kind of a cool disc, but not for me. So I've played 2 rounds of golf today, and it is probably one of my most enjoyable days of disc golf in so long. The weather, I don't think you could have a more beautiful day than today. It's not too hot. There's basically no breeze. I don't mind a little breeze, but this has just been amazing. This property, with having the 2 courses, it's just something else. The redemption of the Surge, hole 17, 465. We're gonna smack this thing on hyzer, try and just get something sick. Get some turn. Come on. Oh. Circle 2. I swear that throw I had early on with it was a fluke because I tried to throw that Flex and it it had no fight. But maybe it just was a bad read. Maybe it was just a horrible throw. Holds up more than I thought it would. I want to throw this Pulse just to see what we're working with here. Oh. It's a really nice flight, not a ton of glide out of the pulse. It's very, very flat. Just because I feel like this didn't get the love it deserved today, we're gonna throw the Zeppy. Let me know if I should film like an 18-hole Zeppy only round like I did with the Slug, because they're both super sick. Look at that. Just the float. I mean, there's nothing crazy about the flight of the Zeppelin, but I think what really makes it fun and cool is that it has so much glide and it's very slow. It just hangs up, and it's that large diameter. It just really is good for like the stalling shots where you throw them a little nose up and flat. It doesn't really fade or turn, it just kind of drops down. I don't know, it's just fun. I love those styles of disc. I figure while we're here, might as well try and ring in a Zeppy. Do it. Oh, it's so straight. I mean, that's a beauty though. Oh, come on. Brutal. The fact that stamps used to look like this and don't anymore blows my mind. This is the cleanest thing you could ever have on a disc. We made it to hole 18, 356. Super fun testing these Frisbees out. You kind of got to do like a late turn here, a forehand plays. You can't quite see it, but I'm gonna try and bend it into this kind of inside gap and push it straight up there. Yeah. Okay, see, that's what I'm talking about. Where I flex that, think it's absolutely money, but it had zero fight as soon as you actually release it on Annie. But if you hit it on hyzer, it doesn't necessarily want to just stand up. It's a weird, it's weird. I don't know. Like a DD1 or a Wraith would have fought out of that line really, really well. So interesting. I don't know. Since I never really showed the Wildcat much love. I mean, I threw it once and I saw that it was not going to be stable, but we'll see how it flies. Oh, it's actually probably really good for this hole. Oh, late tree. Yeah, if the surge would have had literally any fight out, probably would have been nice. I don't know if I can putt this far. Does that be throwing? Come on, baby. Let's go. Discraft surge, Zeppelin, birdie. Right there is the glide that thing has, where I thought I stalled it, but it just never stopped working right. What a way to send it out. That's gonna do it. Hope you enjoyed this retro review. A little bit of a different format, but thanks for watching. I gotta go find this Wildcat. We'll see you in the next one.
Creator of Frisbee Club, motherfuckers.
The man, the myth.
And right here, I have a Frisbee bag. It holds all my Frisbees, the ones I like.